I'd like to announce or introduce Michael Craner, one of the co-founders of the Renew America Roadtrip, to say a few words about his car and his journey across America. Michael?
Thank you, Dan, and thank you, Mayor Suttle. When I first heard your name, I thought that, well, perhaps he would be just sort of dancing around the subject, but he wasn't subtle at all. He's very direct about his commitment to renewable energy, and
you're absolutely right.
I just appreciate what you folks are doing down here. I'm very excited and very grateful to Dan for allowing us to come to this venue and talk to you about the Renew America Road Trip and what we'd like to do. But what we are really about is highlighting what people like yourselves, like the community college, are doing at every level. We want to bring out, popularize, highlight, try to use the power of the internet. Our website, renewamericaroadtrip.com, is attempting to use YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and just the basic web capabilities to reach the masses, to bring out some of these things that are hidden in little pockets around the country. The car itself is amazing to me that people just do not understand that these cars were in production 10 years ago. We had practical electric vehicles 20 years ago. If you haven't seen the movie Who Killed the Electric Car, you need to go out and rent that on Netflix. It's a Sony award-winning movie. The synopsis is that 10 years ago in California, they were smothering in smog, and they decided to pass some laws which would require the auto manufacturers to get some zero emissions on the road, and if they didn't get them on the road, they're not going to be able to sell cars. Well, they got them on the road because they wanted to sell cars, and at the same time, and of course they could because these electric vehicles were proven, known technology. They got them on the road, and at the same time they sued the government about that law. They were able to overturn that law, but people were so excited and so loved their electric vehicles that they did not want to give them up. And yet GM took them all back forcibly, having won the lawsuit against the government, having changed the laws, and they took those vehicles back and they crushed them and ground them up into little pieces. It's some kind of, in my mind, almost criminal that this kind of thing could have happened in our country 10 years ago. I was flabbergasted. One of the reasons that I decided to drive cross country here is that I found the same misunderstanding still permeates our environment. We're still in a haze, or a smog I should say, of confusion about electric vehicles. We are habitually caught on oil and gas, and I think that habit is perpetuated by the companies that do not want their profits affected by these much more efficient vehicles and much more efficient alternative energies. So I'd like to highlight that. One part of my program is to highlight those, highlight what you guys are doing here, what they're doing at the wind turbines in Iowa, and I stopped at a solar home, completely solar home, net positive, in Pennsylvania, another farm that had both steerable solar arrays and wind turbines running there, going net positive, feeding to the grid, 100% clean. We can get off of our the foreign oil dependence. We can get off of our own what I call dinosaur fuel-based dependence. Renew America Road Trip also builds upon Renew America Together, which was Obama's initiative and still active for people at every level to get out and do something for the country. Don't lay down in this economic situation. Our economics, I think, are very heavily influenced by the energy. And we need to get into a leadership position in energy in the world, and we'll get back into a leadership position in economics in the world. One of the things that became very apparent and very scary to me is that as soon as our economy started to go in the wrong direction, the first things that were cut was our economic aid to foreign nations, charities abroad, people in need, both locally and internationally, that depend on the United States. to provide support, provide funding, provide help. Those things were being cut, and we can't let that happen. Okay, there are desperate needs out there. The charity Trian, my co-founder, Medushne, she's a physician in training. She has been involved in a number of different charities. We brought these two things together. We created this road trip. People could come out and get excited about something this summer, come out and see the Roadster. It's a beautiful car, it's a lot of fun, but generate a lot of publicity and excitement so that people could see that we're donating our time. They can go in and donate to the charities. We have multiple charities listed on the website, and they can also learn about and pass the message about green. So thank you very much. I'm so appreciate being here, and I'll be available for questions later.